I've had this under glass for a while just to straighten out the folds. And now what I'm doing is spraying one side, the underside, with a solution containing calcium hydroxide. And after I do that, I'm going to flip it around, do the same on the other side. But before I do that, I'm going to try to refold these little pieces. They should be able to stay once we wet the whole thing. And we'll make sure the cover is nice and flat against the mat. So this is the start of the wash. I'm gonna do one wash, check it out, see what's going on, and I'll do it for 5 minutes in 1 part calcium hydroxide saturated solution to 4 parts water. So this is the other Rimet piece, gonna go on top, and then I'm gonna flatten this. You could use a sponge to do it, or you could use a squeegee. Quite a bit of dirt coming off. So I'm using a squeegee basically to flatten the cover, make sure it's nice and flat and all the little pieces are in place. The folds have been refolded. And now what I'm going to do is do the other side. So I'm going to flip it around, flatten it again. Actually nice and white already. So this will take you about maybe 4 or 5 minutes to do, and then I'm gonna put it in the, some of the dirt didn't come off because I think it's just the tide marks are dirty and you can't really use an eraser on them. And the spine is pretty fragile, so I was very careful in removing the dirt here, also with the eraser, so I didn't do a good of a job. I can do it after we do the spine. Okay. So now that it is flat, I'm going to transfer it over to the bath. So hold on for a second. Alrighty then, so we're going to add the concentrated calcium hydroxide. And this is 2 part water to 1 part calcium hydroxide. And then here's the other 2 part water. And the water I'm using is lukewarm. So what I do is I rock it once like this and let it sit in the solution for 5 minutes. So I'll time it and come back in 5 minutes and show you how it looks like. All right, it's been 5 minutes, and I also added soap to it, Triton X, and it looks much cleaner, although the tide marks are still there. So I'm gonna try a second wash, this time without the soap. Is the water dirty? You betcha. Pretty dirty, pretty filthy, you can see it. So yeah, it's much cleaner now as a cover, but I'd like to get rid of the tide marks some more. So let's try that again. The second wash is underway, and I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes in the calcium hydroxide bath. Again, the water is very warmish. Some bubbles still show because of the previous wash with Triton X, but looks really pretty good right now. So I think 5 minutes should do it, and then we'll work on the spine. Stay tuned. So here it is, fresh out of the bath, and I flattened it the best I can. And what I'm going to do next is reinforce the spine, some of these areas at the bottom that are flailing, and yeah, so we'll see. We'll show you the process. Stay tuned.